All right. Take three, or stream three. But yes, welcome. Today, essentially just trying to create a tile set because I didn't quite like the tile sets that I've got so far. So, looking to create a tile set in Sprite that I can work with. I think. Now, the first thing that I kind of noticed when working with the tile sets yesterday, or one of the main things I noticed yesterday, is that when trying to do this sort of pattern, the easiest way, I think, is actually to have a clear background for each of your terrain types. So this pattern is essentially like a standard pattern um, for creating a tile set that can be auto-tiled, but it seems to work best when the background is clear, I think. So that's essentially what I'm going to be doing today, or trying to do. Now, I am terrible at art, so no, my tile set is not going to be better than anyone else's. In fact, it's probably going to be worse, but I'm hoping that I can like work with it as I go and just kind of improve on the pixel art, improve on the style as I go along. Now, I've got this template up here, which is just kind of like the standard pattern for auto tiling, and then I want to kind of use the color scheme similar to this sort of environment because I quite like this color scheme. I just kind of searched down top-down pixel art, and this one was actually one of the first options, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually kind of the mood that I'm going for in the Odyssey. So this is sort of the colors that I'm going for. I've added a reference layer, so I've got that there. Just went layer, new reference layer from file, downloaded the file and added it. And so essentially what I'm trying to do now is just create this tile set. That is not the right button. So what I'm doing here is following along, and I'm trying to actually, I wonder if I want to can I modify the background tiles? View, so that's the grid. Don't know what the auto guides are. So the grid's showing 64 by 64, but actually what I kind of want is I want these background parts to change size as well. Edit preferences, grid and background, checked background. Edit preferences, background. Hey, I kind of want these to be, let's say 4 by 4. Yeah, there we go. So I'll actually have the grass come all the way out to that edge. And so in that way, yep. So that way they're all consistent as I go along. Perfect. What's the bucket? G. Nice. So this is my base layer, essentially. And yes, I will try and add texture to the grass as well, but that can come a little bit later. So these... just following the path. And these parts here. Same with this. And last but not least, fill in the dots. Nice, nice, nice. So they're all kind of coming out to the edges almost, but not quite, until they're actually meeting. Cool. That can just be filled in. Yeah. Now, this one. What's going on here? So, still using the 4. Okay, let me see. So, this will be connected so that can be like that. There. And if this one will be like that. Okay. That means that there will be a line going from there to there, and a line going from there to there. Just doing that so it's going to make it easier for me to fill it in. Got a little corner there. Just keep it going and make sure that I keep to those 4 squares, or like 1 square deep for each transition between grids. Nice. Same here. And same here. Oh, that's a little bit. There we go. It's very squarish. There. Have a line going down. Separate that off. This one, gonna have a little corner. Perfect. And here. Nice. Lines separating those off. Okay, I think... Ha! That did not work. Why did that not work? Alright, do I need lines separating these parts as well? Is that the issue? Oh, hold on. I'm missing a spot. There. Alright, how about now? There we go. Ooh. Yes, yes, that is correct. What the heck? Oh, that's interesting. When I'm zoomed out this far, then my mouse actually, like, draws over. Nice, although when I zoom in, it's not actually doing it. Okay. This one here. There. And then that can just have a line going up. Now, I do wonder if I might have made the border a little bit too narrow. I think it should be fine. No, I think it should be fine. So that, for example, is that square. That's just a non-existent square, so we'll draw around it. Line going there. That line there. Alright. Let's try for nice. Alright, and these parts. That's nicely blocked off, I believe. Yeah, that's nicely blocked off. This one. A little bit of variation, possibly, if we can. And then this one. And that's going to come out like that. Now what happens? Nope, that doesn't quite work. Why not? Because I need these guys surrounded. This one. Oh, you know what? That just needs to go down there. Yeah, that should be fine. Because this is all not wanting to be coloured in. This one is wanting to be coloured in, or outside it anyway. Cool. We have little colours, we have that. Got a little corner. Nice. That is sort of what we want. Save that. Documents? No. Projects? No. A sprite, where are you? A sprite, there you are. Odyssey terrains. And let's export it as a I don't want that second layer. So let's try that again. Layers, visible layers, sure. Odyssey grass. Export. Yes, I do. There it is, yeah. Assets. Odyssey grass, PNG. Perfect. That is what I'm looking for. Now, what did I want to do? I also want to test some sprites. Now, I'm actually going to do this. So, 768, what's that? Plus 64, 832. I can just do that. Now I want to handle tiles where the two opposite, so the diagonals So this tile isn't filled in, but the diagonals are. So like this one is and this one is. And that's going to rotate 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to handle that, how do I move this up? Oh, crud. I don't know what merge does, but that was not what I wanted. Okay, let's say I have a new layer. Can I... okay. So the reference layer, can I move that above? I can. There we go. Now, let's say I have a tile here and the tile down. So it's surrounded, except it has nothing to the right and nothing diagonal down. So which of these kind of fits that? It's kind of one of these ones almost. I need that to be like a second blank there. I don't think there is one. Okay, that's interesting. So we've got all these tiles, but we don't have one that handles being like, it's a tile by itself, it doesn't have a tile to the right, and it doesn't have a tile to the bottom. That's a combination that is not supported currently. Should I make one? I guess I'll make one. How do I make one? That is a question. Okay, how do I add? How do I add just like a guideline? A sprite guide line. Can use a symmetry tool. That could work, kind of. So view, symmetry options. Oh crap. What have I done? Top one, so 4. 64. Wait. Divided by 3. What am I trying to do? I'm essentially trying to create, so if I put this reference layer back on top, I guess I have this line to go with. So that's not so bad. Okay, so I want to create a sprite where the right hand one and the diagonal one are not. You know what? I could literally just use this one. That's actually fine, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'll just use that one. In which case, the... Interesting. Wait, if that... Oh, it's there. So what am I looking for? I'm gonna guess here. So, oh crap. Let's say that in a diagonal I want to be doing essentially this. Right. And so that's the top right corner. Let's say it's now the bottom right corner. So brush. Crud. What have I done here? Ah, I see. Bottom right corner, and then I want bottom left corner. Whoop. Let's go with the line option. There. Missed a spot there. So top right, bottom left, and let's go top left. Okay, and that's essentially a sprite that I can be like, okay, there's one diagonal back, there is one left, bottom, and diagonal right. So if I save that, if I export it, Odyssey grass, yes I do want to override it. Okay. Now I want to terrain testing. Oh crap, hold on. That's not meant to be visible. Layers, layer grass, there we go. That's perfectly fine. So, create. Create and edit. So I want to test tile maps in a 2D scene. Tile map layer, there we go. Create. Let's create a new tile set. I want to grab my grass. And in the tile set, I want terrain sets, corners and sides, grass, and my color, I'm going to make it red. Easy. And now for the part that I'm not so familiar with. Tile sets. Add Odyssey grass in there. Atlas's texture is modified. Yes, I would. The tile size is 64 by 64. Same down here. 64 and 64. Perfect. Why in the world is it going out? Oh, it's automatically tried to create. How's about a knot? Let's delete that. Let's try that again. Yes. Hey, there we go. Okay. And for the tile map. No, sorry. Tile set. Select is correct. Yeah, I don't really want... No, I don't really want that one. Paint over. Terrain. Terrain set 0. Grass. I want to paint over all of these. And so this is like that. That is just a central one. These are connecting to terrains beside them. That goes down. Now this one has connected to left, diagonal up and that way. So this pattern here. Now this one left, yes. It's everything except for the top right. Actually, these two are meant to be colored in as well. Yes. Okay, so this tile, for example, is meant to connect to that one, not to that one, to the bottom, and not to the bottom right. That something's gone wrong here. Huh. What did I do? So at some point I colored in... Oh! What did I do? Ah, I missed a line here. Wow. Alright. Let's just redo all that, but I'll have the eraser. And I think this one is essentially meant to be this corner is gone. And that corner is gone. Nope. Very carefully. probably easier to do it in short lots so that it doesn't actually... There we go. Although this one's actually meant to continue. Like that. That matches that side, there and there, and the bottom and the top. Cool. Is this meant to be like that? No, it is not. Nah, it's probably easier just to undo stuff until we get to the mistake. Which was there. Now, my mistake was not adding a line there. So that when I fill it in, that's more correct. There, they connect to the top, that connects to the top. That's better. And then we can do this again. So 64 to the right. It was quick and dirty. Yep. Make sure I'm not going to fill that part in. Nice. Little bit of a mistake there. So, top right, bottom left, which is not that one. There. And down. Fill that in, and top right. Top left, I mean. Cool. Alright, that's my new tile set. For now. Yes, I do. This can go. This can go. Let's import the new tile set so that can go back into there. Odyssey grass. Yes, I would like to automatically create textures. Looks like that is all good now. So, setup. Paint. Terrains. Terrain set, texture grass. Yep. There we go. Second attempt. There. This very handy pattern here. And now these ones, so that corner has a little empty corner there. Yep, that's perfect. There we go. And then this one. These are inside. Full one and one that's connected like that. That is those out like that. So these ones connect to the, not diagonal, but to the right, yes. Now these ones are the ones that I'm actually quite interested in to see if they work. So connect everywhere around, specifically in the diagonal direction. So this tile would connect to there, and it would connect to there, but it doesn't, it itself isn't filled in. Now I want to see if that works. Okay. Tile map. Terrain, grass. That's working nicely. Oh, what the? Interesting. Why is that one thinking that there is a tile above it? Okay, so this terrain set is not quite going correctly. Because this one's... what in the world? This one is trying to connect to a tile above it. And this one's trying to connect to a tile below. Why is that? Is that because, so it's got left diagonal, down, and to the right. It's because it can't find one that matches, can't it? So that one, okay. Tile map. I want to add grass. Now this grass here, let's say that it has surrounded everywhere around it. That is not working. Okay, so that didn't work the same way that I was hoping. Hey now, you should be correct. Oh, maybe not. Tileset, you... So what is it? You're connecting below, above, and to the right. Below, above, and to the right. So it would look like that sort of shape. Which there is none. Interesting. So why is it that in the platformer version, so if I go back to Odyssey, example tile sheet, I think. Yeah. So why is it that this one seems to work? If I go back to my tile map, tile set, let's try this one. So this tile set is pre-made, and I'll paint this one in. So terrains, let's create a new terrain. So this one will be platformer. Color can be bright blue. Platformer there. We are working with all of the tiles, and here we want to fill them out. Nope. Oh, wait. No, that's correct. I think. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Because if I go back to my reference image, this wants to be in that pattern. Yep. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, wait. Ha! I didn't even color these parts in. Grass. So, terrain, paint. There. How does that stack up? Much nicer. There we go. Now it's automatically choosing which terrain to use, and that is what I want. Now, how do I select these ones? I mean, that's how you select it, but I wanted to know if it would automatically... Oh, crud. What's this? Path mode. Connects it with the surrounding tiles with the same terrain. Okay. So I can't make a diagonal one, or I can, but, or, no, so the diagonal one won't actually match like that. Surprisingly, this is the simplest color scheme. It is literally one color, and yet it is so much nicer than every single other piece of art I've done in my life. So I am proud. Oh my gosh. That is not what you want to say. Nah. The color is actually quite nice though of the grass. It mainly needs textures now. But I can do textures another time. For now, mainly what I want is just a few different types of terrain to work with. So, patterns, tile, terrains, that can actually go now, so I don't need... Crud, that wasn't what I was aiming for. Come on. Come on. There, oh my gosh. That is not the eraser. That's the eraser. So, if I added that actually, and then I add platform on top of it, yeah, it actually works. Not that I'm doing that, but that kind of works. Tileset. Platformer, you can go. You can go. And I've got myself a tile set. This stuff here can go, however, so let's make the right is -64. There we go. Save that. Export. Specifically grass. That's fine. And okay, this can actually go then. So Odyssey, save and close. Actually, no, I don't even need to save. Don't save. I'm just going to remove that project now because that was mainly just working around different things. Where is it? Leak code first. Oh, I didn't even save it, that's why. So cool. Okay, this one can go. I no longer need the platformer. Example tile sheets can disappear. Alright, this entire tile map layer can actually just go. Yep. Tile set, change to change type. Tile map layer. And we'll call this the background or ground. Tile set, new tile set, square, it is 64 by 64. Terrain sets, I want a new terrain. Grass. Back to red. Match corners and sides is correct. I'll actually move this down a bit. So maybe that's a bit more. There we go. Okay. Ground tile set. I want to use my brand new documents. No. Don't even know my own file system. There. Those can all go. You are used by that, and you are used by that. Example map can disappear. So that can disappear. Ah, wait. Actually, you know what? That can stay. So the example map, I'm going to change that to, let's call it Troy. Ah, hold on. No, I've got a Troy here. Oh, yeah, that's horrendous. Okay. That was after I was testing out different tile maps. So, terrains, rectangle, erase, dungeon dirt, dirt ground, grass ground. They can all go. Output. That is a lot of errors. Let's clear the output for now. Tile sets, those can all be removed somehow. Why can I not remove them? That's because it's not actually part of the scene. Okay. So if I go back to here, rectangle, erase, dungeon ground, dirt ground, grass ground. Perfect. Tiles, tile sets, they can all go. Delete, delete, delete. Example tile sheets. Tile set can go. Let's do some clearing up. Have we got Odysseus and the dagger? We do. Perfect. And we have the ground. We can have the enemy in here. Your location can be 100 and 0. Cheap viewers. I'm not sure I trust that particular website. I am sure you mean well, but not going to an unknown link like that. What am I looking for? There. How are you though? Good day? Right. Back to this. So I've got my enemy, I've got my ground, but I don't currently have a tile set for it, which is what this is for. Ah, crud. The tile set. 64 by 64. Terrain sets. Remove each of them. What am I looking for? Ground. There we go. Tile set 64 by 64. I've got grass. Let's try this one more time. There. I'm gonna get well practiced at this, aren't I? Is this one? Yeah, that one. That's a full tile, so that's surrounded by everything. This one has diagonals empty. This one has diagonals empty. Cool. Alright, tile map. Nah, I don't need to save that. Now. Yes, there we go. Okay, perfect. So, the entire lot is currently just grass. You know what? Even larger. Even larger. Save. Entire battleground of Troy. Okay. That means that... Oh my lord, that's something wrong. Enemy health.text. Right. Enemy health is a label, so let's stop that. So the enemy is expecting a label. Connect him to the label. Save that. F6, let's try that again. There we go. We have Odysseus, we have Cyclops, we can stab him. Perfect. And that's a little bit of terrain. Now, oh, that's interesting. It actually highlights exactly what you're hovering over. These edges are nice. I do want some variance in the terrain though. So, also, how about I update the stream info, because at the moment I'm using both Godot and a sprite, aren't I? Good. There we go. Right. So I've got ground. It's a whole lot of green. I can work on the textures a little bit later. But for now, I think I want some water. So what I might actually do is I might literally just copy this across. So duplicate. No. How do you duplicate? Doesn't tell me. Water. And for the water, all I really want to do is just... What sort of color am I looking for? A little bit lighter, maybe? Ah, it's too bright. Oh, great. Maybe the green's even too bright. Okay, that's an instant no. These cheap viewers things, no thank you. Not looking for cheap viewers, thank you very much. Okay, my water. Is that a good color? We'll find out. Export as Odyssey water. Perfectly fine. In fact, that's fine. At some point I will make a proper tile set, but for now, where did I put that? Aha. That can go out, that can go into there. Okay. Now, I do want multiple layers, don't I? So water will go... Depends, really. In this scene, I kind of want the water to go over the grass, so we're on there, tile set, navigation layers. Now what's the difference between physics layers? Ah, I want to be in the actual scene itself, don't I? There we go. So tile set. What's the difference between a navigation layer, a physics layer, and a custom data layer? Documentation. Oh, interesting. Okay. What am I looking for? I am looking to... I kind of want to create a new layer. Don't I? Navigation layers? That doesn't look right. So I think... Hmm. Ah, hold on. So if I add a new terrain, but to the same terrain set, and I call it water, and I give it the color orange, why not? red 255, green 155. How's that? Perfect. Or green 175. Nah, 155 was a good number. Cool. Okay, so I've got water, I have tiles, I need Odyssey water in here among the tile sets. Paint, water. There. These two look the same, that's why that's meant to be that. Alright, so I've got two terrains in the same terrain set. Now if I tile map a terrain and I select water, awesome, it won't try and connect to each other, to itself. Nice. This is what we want. Oh, hold on, except... it's almost there, but... Alright, so what if I did the same thing? But I made it a completely different tile set. 255, 150, and 0. So now we've got tile set. There. Crud, not there. Okay. And that's meant to be empty there. So I've got two terrain sets. Terrains, terrain set 1, and then pairing list. Now this is interesting. Top right, -1. Alright, so now that I've got that, let's try using a completely different tile set. Oh, so it does replace... Huh, interesting. So it replaces it, but it doesn't, that doesn't handle these edges here. And so that's where I need a new layer. Setup, use texture. Okay, I don't want a physics layer. I think it might be a slightly different type of layer. I mean, it could be a navigation layer, but I kind of don't think so. What does this do? Ah. Navigation layers, add element. Oh yeah, no, because if I've got literally one ground element, then that means that these layers are not actually separate. So how do I separate the layers? Select all tile map layers in scene. Oh, so each different one is a different tile map layer. Interesting. Okay. So this is all in one layer. So if I want multiple layers, node 2D. Put the ground. Can I set this as the root node? Alright. How about I just copy that and paste it? No? Copy. Paste. Cannot paste root node into the same scene. Okay. How do I move?
You are here because you want to know why you should start making cool shit.
Right. Um, okay. Um, add child node, node 2D, reparent. Nope. Make scene root. How do I make the scene root? Hey, there we go. That's what I want. Okay, so this is, I suppose this is Troy. Let's just make that real simple. Copy. Paste. Perfecto. Okay, so this ground, this one doesn't actually need that water. Tile set. So this one, no water and no water. This can completely go. No, I don't want to delete the no ground. I just want to remove that. That one can stay as is. Awesome. Save. Ground 2. This is the water. Or specifically the groundwater. So they use the same tile set. Oh my lord, what have I done? Tile map, terrains, arrays, everything. What have I done? Let's just hide that for now. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Groundwater. You use a new tile set. Perfect. Tiles. You use the Odyssey water. No, that's not right. 64 by 64. paint. No terrains. I need a terrain set. Perfect. And yes. Groundwater. There, there, and there. And they've got one tile on each side connected to the side. That should be like that. Cool. Tile map, terrain. Let's paint some missing terrain. Tile map. Terrain. Groundwater. There we go. Actually, you know what? Okay, so the water, there's got to be a river somewhere. Ah, it's very squarish. Oh my lord. Ah, so this is the... Good to note. So, squarish design leads to squarish looking things. Okay. Do I want to make it not so squarish then? What if I manage to like edit it so that if I wait for the eraser, Just going to try and smooth out those edges a bit. Now, as for the actual, oh crud, preferences, background, let's make that back to 8x8. Making sure that we actually reach cool. So I'm using this one as the, okay, so let's redo this part, for example. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so that's much smoother. Let's actually try and smooth these out a bit. And again, just going from this corner to this corner to this corner to this corner. Here to here to here to here. There, and last one over here. There we go. Just like that. What do we think? Well, we'll see what it's like when it gets to the actual terrain part. There. Alright, now this part. Hmm. A little bit of texture. Trying for it anyway. Now these connect to down. So down, I think these need to match up with each other essentially, don't they? Um, oh no, they also need to match up with these. Okay, so I guess keep these the way they are in terms of, yeah. Oh crap. Ah. Alright. That might be a bit better. There we go. Little bit of extra. Ooh, that's not it. There we go. Nice. There. A little bit of space. There we go. In fact, let's even make a little bit of a... Nice. That can be there. That can be down there. So a little bit more rounded. And last but not least, the edge. Oh, crud. There we go. Okay, here's hoping. File. Save. Let's export it. Perfectly fine. Okay, and hey, that's looking better. That's looking much better. So, groundwater. Yes, there we go. There we go. A little bit of terrain done. Perfect. Now, save that. Now Troy is going to have the ground. That should be fine. But I'm going to need to do the same thing with the grass, aren't I? So, same as I've done with the water, do with the grass later on. Now, if I did it this way, does that mean that the river disappears? Yes, it does. So the groundwater definitely needs to go second. Now, what this means is, if I go down, haha, I can see the water. I can walk over the water, which is not what I want, but that's okay for now. Nice. Now, I'm gonna change the settings a bit. So, how do I set Troy as main scene? There we go. F5. Perfect. There's that. Also, I think I want my window. So, Let's say exclusive full screen. By 1080. Oh, nice. And when I come down, here's the water. Beautiful. Now this is actually kind of a good size, isn't it, in terms of the what do you call it? Now that's Polyphemus. Now, I'm actually going to still keep that at windowed, I think, for now. F5. There we go. One. Can I get to -1? Hey, there we go. -3. -6. -8. -10. -12. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to... It's not really working. Okay. Cool. I have grass, I have water. Kind of want some dirt too, but... Oh, you know what? Wait. Wait. I can just do the same thing I did before. So, I can duplicate that. I can delete the grass. And then the water copy, I can call grass. And everything is green. Perfecto. Alright, and I'll duplicate that. Call this dirt. And the dirt can be a new color, so sort of a brownish. Oh crud. What's sort of a yellowish brownish color? Is that okay? That might be a bit too dark. That's probably a bit better. Yeah, that's close enough. Cool. And that means... Oh, I can use a scattering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Actually, let's export the grass first. So, export as Odyssey grass. there. And so that means that here it's more rounded. Yep. Cool. And I'll also make a new one. File. Export as Odyssey dirt. Yes, I do want to export that. Copy, paste, 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 no, paste. Why does Control V not actually work with paste? That is unfortunate. Alright. This is going to be a child of there. It's going to go there. Dirt. Grass. All the grass is actually going to go. Now, in my tile set, can I edit? I can edit the texture. Odyssey dirt. Is it still the same? It is still the same. Now, does that mean that I can? Yes, perfect. Okay, now I will set the Oh, you're kidding me. No. I want to set the scattering during the terrain. Okay, can you scatter terrain? Um, hmm. Alright, so there's no scatter option as far as I can tell. Picker. Don't know what the picker does, but that's okay. Alright, let's just randomly scatter dirt around. Actually, that's easy enough, to be honest. Now, I bet the colours aren't actually going to blend very nicely, so that'll definitely be something to work on later on. But for now, this will work. Bring it down here too. How's that? Whoa, what in the world? What have I done? Ah, oh, of course. It's using the same tile set. Crud. Okay. No! Okay, that can go back to that. And the dirt. Because the groundwater is using a different tile set altogether. Okay. Make unique. Hold on. So, this guy, I think it can actually work. No. Here it's grass, dirt, and water. Yes! This is what we want. This is what we want. Ah, perfect. I now have basic terrain. Ah, okay. That's a good start. Alright, what's next? So, I have terrain. I'm gonna leave the terrain for now to make some more gameplay, if possible. What's the next step for gameplay? I guess I want to add collisions to my player, don't I? In fact, my player, Odysseus, he actually wants to be a player controller. Alright, let's try that. Sprite, camera. Now, change type. Why does it automatically select Odysseus? Shape. Capsule shape. Custom solver B. Custom solver bias defines how much bodies react to enforce contact separation when this shape is involved. Interesting. Alright, so he's got a collision shape. Now, maybe the area 2D physics. Collision layer. Oh, interesting. If true, this object is pickable, can detect the mouse pointer entering or leaving, and if the mouse is inside it, report input events, requires at least one collision layer bit to be set. Now that is something I do want to have at some soon, but I don't need it just yet, but that is definitely something I want. This can go now, meaning this can go now. That can go. That can go. Nice. Center view. Okay. Got the ground, got Troy. Now the ground is interesting. Instantiate. I'll keep them separate for now. Alright, I'm going to end this stream. I'll make a new one for the player and enemy.